Hi everybody, thank you for joining me today on my channel. My name is Chris with Kristen's Crafts, and today we're probably going to have kind of a long haul. I'm going to try and condense things down a little bit. I am showing you my kit share for the month of December. Now, my kit is basically the majority of my Christmas supplies, with the exception I did not pull out all of my paper pads. I only grabbed a certain amount. Now, the reason I have everything out is a couple reasons. One is I am doing my December daily. This will be, I believe it's my 5th year of doing it. I think 3rd or 4th or 5th. I'll have to count. Anyway, I've been enjoying the process. So I did go ahead last year on HSN. I bought an Allie Edward album, so it's been sitting here waiting for me. And then this year, the only thing I did was purchase a couple extra page protectors to go in here. I bought these, let's see, this is 6x8, so these would be 3x8 little sleeves. And there's a variety of them, like there's 2 in here. They're small at the bottom. So, and actually they're in upside down. But anyways, I bought those, and then I bought an extra pack of the page protectors, and I've already put them in with the ones that came with the album. This is what I got from Moira, and so I just stuck it in a pocket because I want to make sure that I do use it. And it's either going to be used as a tip-in on one of the pages, so like if I put it down and then have the picture here, and then another one on the back side, and then one here. Or the other thing I could do is hole punch it and have it on its own inside of the album as a loose interactive. Haven't decided which one I'm going to do yet, but either way, it's in here so I don't forget to use it. So that is my album for this year. In addition to doing my December daily, I am also participating with Virginia with Confessions of a Paper Addict, and we are doing the 20 days of cut files. That is starting tomorrow. That's why I'm releasing my kit a day early, because I'm going to be off and running on the 1st, and I wanted to make sure that you guys saw the kit beforehand. So without further ado, I'm going to start with my smallest loose things first, and then I'll move to my bigger ones. So basically, I have a basket here. I have a box of stuff here, another one here, and then a couple small items. And I am set for Christmas. I won't be scrapbooking anything but Christmas for the next 30 days. So the first thing is, this is just a box of random things. Last year, I had broke down my Christmas items. They're in a separate cubby hole in my calyx, which is under my table, so they're harder to get at, because once I'm done scrapbooking Christmas, it's pretty much done for the year, and I'm going to just store it away. Hopefully I can condense some of this down even more so it all fits really nice, but yeah. So I have all of my washi in here. I have some little candy canes, brads in here. I have some more little tidbits. I've had these for years. So there's little snowflakes that would be brads, little hats, Christmas trees. These are all like Christmas buttons. So I have like a Santa one, striped one, and they're both regular buttons and the epoxy wood buttons. So those are all in this little cubby. I have little Christmas tree brads, and they have it to where you can run the ribbon through it. I think I got these at Oriental Trading years ago. So again, something I've had for years. These are little Christmas trees made of cork that were from Freckled Fawn. I have some acrylics in here from past kits. I have brads in here, bows in here, more washi tape, more little embellishments. I have tags, more bows, little foam candy canes, some poinsettias, and little hearts and things that I got from an advent calendar last year. So that is kind of the miscellaneous things that were left over from last year that I put in here that I will reach for. And that is just going to go right underneath my basket. And since we're talking basket, I might as well get that one out. So this is just a wicker basket I had in my stash. And let me look and make sure you guys aren't like super. I'm going to raise you up just a little bit. Hang on. So you can kind of get, not feel like you're on top of it. All right, so I have it kind of in little boxes. So right here, I went through, before I filled this up, I went through all of my Project Life cards, and I think I pulled most of them out. So in here, I have my 4x6 cards. I have my 3x4 cards. I have 4x4, and I have 2x2. This is all of the Project Life cards that I have. I want to try and use as many as I can up, but also when I'm going through, I have a lot of Echo Park stuff and they include cut aparts in there. So as I cut apart something, it will go in here. And then at the end of the season, they'll all be together versus scattered throughout my room. This is just a little wooden box that I got at Dollar Tree. I used it for my daughter-in-law's wedding shower that we hosted this summer, and I thought it was the perfect size. So in here I have my acrylics. I have the stamp block that Moira gave me. I have little acrylics. I have some enamel dots. She gave me some Chadney wood buttons. They're in there. I have some color casts that I purchased, and then she had given me also a one of the Bramble Fox, which I have here, and I want to make sure that I use that, so that's there. And then she made me this beautiful shaker and gave me these cut out stars. So those are all handy right here in this basket on top. This little section is all Christmas wood veneer. So I have things that I've bought over the years, things that I've been gifted. So they're all just kind of stuck in here, just so I can rummage through and find little wood veneers. I did buy last year the wood veneer numbers from Chadney, and I think those are going to be my numbers I'm going to use this year. So that is all in this box to add a little lump and bump. In this box here, oh, here's more of wood veneer overboard here. This is the pocket that Moira gave me, and I just have it in here because I want to find a way of using it. Here I got these on Amazon. They're just the epoxy stickers, dots that are in 1 inch. Hopefully you can see them right here. And so if you find something like a pattern paper or whatever, you can make your own epoxy flare. So I have those in case I need something unique that I don't have, which obviously it would be very rare that I wouldn't have something, but it's an option. I also bought Avery tabs this year on Amazon so that I can make little flips in my album. I have my pockets. Don't know if I'll use those. And then also in my calyx unit over here, I have drawers. And in those drawers, I have tags and I have bags from last year and acrylic bags. I know they're there, so if I want a little bag or a little something, I can go over there and grab it, and it's still within reach. So this little bucket here is all sequins. I pulled out anything that was Christmas kind of colors, so here's snowflakes. Here is some red sequins with green trees. I have little tiny snowflakes. From Chadney, I got this little fun Christmas with the candies in it. So this is all for making sequins shaker pockets. I do a lot of them in my December daily. If I don't do that, then I use them for sprinkling around my pages like enamel dots, and it just adds a little bling. This whole little box here, this half, is all like loose die cuts and things from years past. Plus I put in things like Moira cut out these little gold items here. They're all for me to rummage through. I've got some numbers in here. I have things from past kits. I have things that I printed and cut out. Like here I've got Christmas trees that I printed and cut out last year and didn't use. So these are all my little die cuts that I can use. And again, this is not only for my December daily, but this is going to be for Christmas layouts that I'm going to be sharing. This Christmas tree little kit here, this came from an advent calendar last year. I didn't use it, so I just have it here in case I do decide to go ahead and use it. So that is that basket. And again, it's to the side. Over here, I have my big thing of white twine that stays on my desk. So that's good. Over here, this is more like iris boxes of Christmas decorations, things that I've cut apart, just little die cuts and things, random, that I have stuck there. I have a couple little dimensional things in here, little reindeer, and just a hodgepodge of little things that are tucked in. So these are my little lump and bump. And actually, I think I'm going to put them up here so I can see them. And then I have like little epoxy globes. I have simple stories. I have little poinsettias. I have tags, which I'm going to put with the tags over here for now. And I'm sorry, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Okay. Sorry about that. I have puffy stickers in here. More poinsettias, little elf feet. Just little lump and bump, little, hello, light bulbs, cocoa cups. So a lot of little tiny things, some brads in here, some chipboard. And this is, like I said, years and years of collections that have I've had, and now that I've gotten it together, it just stores in my one cube. So I just pulled the whole box out. So now I have the things that didn't fit in there when I was doing my cleaning up. I have this envelope of bigger things. So in here I have more like doilies. These are some puffy stickers, some older clear stickers, and just a lot of random, here I can put the snowman in there, a lot of random words and phrases, rub-ons. Some of them work, some of them don't work, but I always flip through here and see what I can get used. Here's some rub-ons. Don't know if they still work or not, but we can try. I have some chipboard in here, more chipboard, and these are my Follow Law stickers. So hopefully I can get some of those on. The other thing I did is I took a tip from Janet with RTS, and I'm trying out doing the composition book for my embellishments, and I've only got Christmas in here. So basically these are all stuck on wax paper. I can come in, if I decide that I want the gingerbread house in my book, I can just take it off the wax paper and I have it ready to go. So I have a whole, and these are a lot of older items. So I really will try and concentrate before I open up new packaging to see if I can use anything that's on here within my books, to try and get some of these used up. And then if I do pull something out and I have like one sticker left on a sheet, I will go in and try and at the end of December, go back in and fill out more of these. And all it is you take a composition book, and I take good wax paper. This is the Reynolds one, like this. And I just run ATG on here, trim it down so it fits the page, and you just cover the pages with the wax paper. And so I have extra spots for it. But yeah, a lot of my embellishments are in here, in addition to what I have in the kits. So this is just going to sit on my desk right over here, so I can go and get into that. That other folder just is on the floor at my feet. The last thing I have is my IKEA organizer. Now we'll slide it out real quick, and I'm going to stand up just so I can see. Hopefully you guys can see everything I have. So up here I have my, so this is how it's organized, and I even have my little dollar store lights on it. And I'm going to slide it to the side just so that it's not taking up the whole camera. All right, from the back, I'm not going to take anything out. I have from Cartabella, this is their Buffalo Plaid collection I got from Echo Park Warehouse in one of their kits. It's got the red, the brown, the green, the black. I just thought this would be a great additional paper for backgrounds and things. Like I said, I am doing 12 by 12 pages as well. So this will allow some of that to be used, and I can use some of it in my December daily. The collection I have is A Cozy Christmas. This is from Echo Park, and I love that it comes with the sticker sheets and everything you need. I've done this in the past. It also has the cut apart, so those are great for using in a December daily if you don't want to get real tricky. Now, I don't know which direction I'm going to go with my book, if I'm going to stay all traditional colors, if I'm going to mix it up. So I gave myself some options. We'll see what happens. But I also have this Echo Park. This is a very Merry Christmas. And if you know Steve Duncan, who used to draw for October Afternoon, I just love his style and that classic Christmas look. I'm kind of leaning towards doing something like this. And because I'm leaning possibly towards this, I did grab my 2 paper pads that I'm bringing in. This one is a Craft Smart. This is from last year. I got it on a hot buy at Michael's. Actually, it might have even been the year before. Anyway, this one is very classic Christmas and kind of has that same feel. And so right here with these 2 sheets, I could actually do all of my December pages with just this. So I'm going to bring this one in, just sitting here. The other paper pad that I'm bringing in, and I'm not as sure about this one. It has some very subtle plain pages. I'm not going to be going to the Nutcracker, but I am going with some friends to go see Elf the Musical. So like this page I thought might represent, I could do a layout about us going to Elf the Musical. Again, it's got Nutcracker stuff in there I don't know if I'd use, but then it's got some regular, like the candy cane kind of things and traditional. This green could be used, and it's still, even though it's a little shade off, it's a complementary shade of the green that's in the Stephen Duncan, so I could get away with using that. It's got the blue. Stephen Duncan's got the blue. This is, even though it's Nutcrackers, it's still a very traditional looking page. I can use that. And then I like this for a cover page. It's the most wonderful time of year, so if I need a filler page, that's a great one to add in. Little soft pink if you're doing a girl page. So yeah, and here's another traditional with the poinsettias, candy cane stripes, a lot of cut aparts. So not sure on this one. I like it, but again, I don't know at this point what kind of look and feel I'm wanting. So let me grab the rest of what's in here. And we'll put these back in. A couple years ago, I bought this, which is the 12 Days of Christmas. This is from Hobby Lobby. Very thin, very cheap paper. I think I paid half price for it, but I like the designs. So layering this on top of others, I don't mind that it's thin because other papers will give it the heft. So I brought this in to use, and there's like 3 or 4 of each design, maybe even more. So Oh, there's 4 of each design. So this is kind of, I love, you know, like this kind of stuff. I love that color. The other nice thing is, you know, with December dailies, you don't want to add a lot of bulk. So if you have like a card on one side and that thin paper on the other, it's going to keep the bulk down. I have paper that I got from Moira in my advent calendar from her, but I also have paper in here, 6x8, that came with Allie Edwards. And Allie Edwards kit came with this December calendar. It's not numbered, and I've never done them in the past, but I think I'm going to this time. So I just have all of these already made 8x8, and then we get into what I got from Moira. So they're all together in this little packet. And I picked up some more vellum. I was almost out, so I just got 40 sheets from Hobby Lobby when they were on sale. So I just have clear vellum. I like using this in between. The other thing I like doing is if you stamp them with gold or with silver, you have to let them dry, but then they make cute embellishments. So I have that for my December daily, or my, again, it might be my 12x12. I grabbed some of these October afternoon label stickers. Don't know if I'll use them or not, but a couple of them are Christmas, a couple of them are just plain. And then I have this Photo Play chipboard stickers that I've had for a while. Pulled that in. And then these are just specialty papers. So I have, I think I got this probably like Michael's or Hobby Lobby vellum with the gold little confetti. I have this Sweet Freedom, which is kind of a coppery gold stars. And then I have this sheet of white with the gold glitter on it. That's my specialty papers, along with the vellum. Then I grabbed, these were, I just had in a haul, I had the sticker sheets that I got from Simple Stories, along with the Project Life cards or journaling cards, whatever you want, pocket cards, whatever you want to call them. So I have those, and they came with the 2 sticker sheets, so I threw those in. And then I went through my, oh, and it came with these papers as well. So I'm going to try and use these papers that came with that Simple Stories kit. So those are just, that's the only loose paper I have that's not from a collection. And then I went through my 12x12s that I have of sticker sheets. Don't know if I'll use them or not, because they're more, Bella Boulevard does more whimsical to the kids kind of way. And again, if I do one of the grandkids, I might use it, but I've grabbed this one. It says Make Merry. I have these tiny text, which is just a full sheet of red and green and white alphas that I thought would work. This is an October Afternoon Under the Tree alpha labels. And then this is Christmas Cheer from Bella Boulevard. And again, it has just some little whimsical things and alphas. Have them available if I choose to. Not sure if I will. And like I said, I've pulled it basically all out. That way I have a lot more paper pads, but this is all of my embellishments. And like I said, when I put it all away, all of my Christmas is together. And then I have an idea for next year if I need anything or not, which kind of looks like I don't. And then I did have a haul video on my channel last week, I believe it was. This is, it may have been come out this week even. Anyways, this is Twinkle All the Way. This is from Rosie Studios. Their colors are more softer with the mauve and the sage green and things. Again, I don't know if I'll use it in my December daily because I'm not sure which direction I'm going, but definitely will use it for 12x12s. So that is all of my paper I pulled out. That's the 12x12. For 6x6, these are the only 6x6 paper pads I own. So I grabbed this Heidi Swap. This is, I don't even know if it has a name on it. It looks like Noel maybe. And this is from American Crafts, probably from a while ago. So I have all of that in here. And it looks like I may have used a little bit of it. I have little cutoffs at the bottom. So there's that one. I have Echo Park, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, Volume 1. I have Farmhouse Christmas. This one is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, Volume 2 from Echo Park. And then I have Echo Park's Little Lumberjack, or Little Lumberjack Christmas. So, very cute. So that's my 6x6 paper pads. This year I did pick up from Recollections, which is Hobby Lobby. They had these on sale and I got a good price, and I think the shipping may have been really cheap too. This one is a vellum and this one is winter acetate. And it was kind of cool because there's 24 sheets in here. They're 4.5 by 6.5. So they'll fit in the pocket pages perfect. But if I want to add a little bit, especially like if I add sequins in, I just have to throw these in and they'll be great for like a background on either side. They're kind of hard to see with the, you know, flipping through acetate on acetate, but you can kind of get the idea that they'll be kind of a fun interactive with sequins in my pockets. So that is the acetate one. And then this is just vellum. So like this one's just all the gold leaves. Here we have a beautiful cardinal, poinsettias, a Christmas tree, so, and candy cane stripe. So again, really cute things that I think I can use for sliding into the pockets. It will make a nice touch, and it will be something that has a big impact but doesn't take a lot of work. For Twinkle All the Way, I have these embellishments, and I also have some more in here too. So I pulled out but didn't include them in my other stuff because, again, I don't think I'm going to use them in the December daily. I think I'm going to use these on the layouts themselves. So I have them just over here in the calyx, but I have chipboard, I have stickers, puffy word phrases, more chipboard, and enamel little shapes. So that's that pocket. Also in that pocket, I'm keeping my sticker sheet books. So these are me and my big ideas. These are the calendar ones, but they do have Christmas in here. So I thought I can always use something like this as a little filler. These I'm not going to take apart because I have a special place I keep these, but I pulled them out just so they're available. And then I have 2 sticker books from Echo Park. One's Echo Park and one is Cartabella. And they're just random stickers for Christmas. So I have those to choose from. Again, probably won't use those as much because I will be trying to use from my composition book more. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. These I picked up several years ago. They are tip-ins for the Bible, and they are Christmas tip-ins. I did pull them out in case I can use them in the December daily somehow. So I have those. And again, just having them pulled out keeps them in my eyesight and not forgotten. I grabbed phrase stickers. These are puffy ones from Rosie Studio that I can use on all my layouts since they're just plain white. I have some Tim Holtz occasions. This is Yuletide by Pink Paisley. Not sure who this one was. And then I have some of the December daily stuff. And then this is what Moira gave me in my advent calendar this year. So I have all those together up here. On the lower level, I have, again, the Rosie Studio items. These are the vellum die cuts. These are just the regular die cuts. And these are also die cut shapes. So it looks like I got, and these are different too. These are tags, frames, and sentiments. And these are others. I pulled only a couple doilies just as like a reminder, hey, you've got doilies. And so they're there to just as I'm not pulling a bunch out. They're just in my room if I need them. And then I have these little Christmas small die cuts There's a pack of 20 that I gave in my advent calendars to Moira and Christy. So I just threw the rest of the pack in here, and they may end up in my December daily or on one of my pages. We'll see. All right, so I'll tuck those in. Try not to smash my doilies. The next little cubby, I have twine, so I have red and green, I have gold, and I have just craft color. My solid green one fell behind my calyx unit, so I'm gonna have to crawl on the floor, so that's not there right now. But again, it's a reminder I have green. If I need it, I can get up and go get it. And then I have that white spool. The next cubby is all different tags. Some I got from Moira, some I've had in my stash, and this one I made last year. So I have these all front and center to add tags to my book. And then I just threw those little lumpy bumpies in here as well. Next cubby, I have more washi tape that I picked up this year. And this was just from Hobby Lobby, and I gave Moira and Christy each some of this. And this will end up going into that plastic container I have, but for now I'm just leaving it out. In addition to that, I also picked up these little tags. They're little stickers on a roll. And then I have the paper clips that I gave to Christy and Moira. I have some for myself. And then this little tin of paper clips. They kind of look like the Tim Holtz ones, but I got them on Amazon. So I have all of my little paper clips in here, and they're all ready to go as well. I think that is it. So I know this was quite a bit, but this is kind of what I have to work with. I know I'm expecting one more item. I'm helping out with Adam with Dottie About Flair. I'm going to be doing a guest designing for December, so I'll have that flare he's going to send me before the end of December. But this is what we're going to work with to make all of my December layouts. I hope you plan on playing along. My intent is to have a video out every day. December daily, I'm not positive yet. My backup plan, if things get too hectic with doing the 20 days of cut files, is to hold off on December daily and maybe only print the pictures, if I even do that, because in the early part of January, I am going on a crop, and I could technically bring my printer and all of my Christmas stuff and make it that weekend. So that's my backup plan if I don't have time to work on it. I mean, the whole idea is don't get overwhelmed and don't make yourself insane. You want to have events, you know, so I'm already planning on like going to Elf the Musical, and I have a Christmas parade we're going to and some other things. So those are going to take priority over doing a scrapbook album because I want the memories to scrapbook. I think the key is to make sure that you take the photos and then maybe have a little note card or notebook handy. You can even use a traveler's notebook and write down what you did each day, you know, do a little diary. And that way, when you go to sit down after the holidays are over and you want to play with your stuff, you can go in and have it all written out, you know, the time, the temperature, you know, whether it snowed, what did you do that day? You know, was it a normal day? Write your feelings about the holiday and then transfer that all into your book. My goal is to never go past January 30th on not having it done, because I know if I wait, then I won't do it. So knowing that I have that crop coming up, that's kind of my backup. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for sticking with me through this whole thing. If you did, to my new subscribers, thank you for joining. I hope that you're finding value in my videos and are enjoying the content. For those who have been around forever and ever, I love you, and appreciate every one of you. And again, thank you so much for choosing me to spend your spare time with when there's so many other things in the world that you could be doing today. Anyway, have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow for day 1 of 20 Days of Cut Files.